EA Sports is proud to present PGA Tour coverage. Frank, a tranquil and beautiful setting with the Santa Rosa Mountains in the background, those crystal clear blue skies, but it can get pretty testy out on the golf course, can't it?
If you get any sort of wind out there, Rich, the sky might be beautiful and blue today, but that wind, once especially the cross breeze, then this course has teeth.
Opening tee shot here at PGA West. Nice way to begin the round. Par 4 with a split fairway and, Frank, a narrow landing area.
It is narrow indeed, Rich. This hole will certainly keep you honest, not just because of the length of the hole, 450 yards, just generally moves to the left. There's a bunker down the right side that starts about 285 yards, so you've got to be aware of that. Even the long hitters, they don't really want to hit it too far past that, just set it up there on that nice little plateau. From there on in, you can see what's in front.
Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point, you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle.
Second shot coming out of the rough here.
Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Let's see what Hunter Mahan can do with this approach. That one is bunker bound, it looks like. Oh, a bit unfortunate. Wasn't able to avoid the sand trap. Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in.
Oh, that was solid, Rich. This one's safely on.
All right, so greenside bunker. What's he looking to do with this shot, Frank?
Well, really you have to look at the amount of green you got to play with. You don't have to try and fly the ball right by the flag. Allow it to run. Plus, if you can get it to run like a putt, you never know, it might just go in.
Ends up in the first cut, and he'll have a pretty good look at the hole location from here. Getting set now over the putt. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
It's a big par putt now for Keegan Bradley. Even par early on. He has to make this for a double bogey. Take no pleasure in saying it, but it's a fact. It's a double bogey. Frank, this is a nice-looking hole. Not long, only 371 yards, but challenging in its own way.
It is challenging. The best approach here really is a conservative tee shot to set up an aggressive second.
That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that hanging in the sky.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Good, clean contact and a nice result, and a chance for birdie coming up. All right, Frank, what's the player looking at here on the second hole with the approach shot?
Well, Rich, notice the bunker that cuts into the green on the left side. It turns it into a crescent-shaped green. So really there's three distinct sections, the one in the back, the one in the middle, and the front. Just be very wary of where the flag is here. No snack, though.
All right, good putt.
The rhythm of that stroke. Didn't try and bash it in the back.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. That's a par, and that keeps the scorecard clean, still even for the round. Moving to the third hole, it's a par 4 again. This one, 471 yards.
This looks like it's heading for the bunker.
Not on the fairway here. This could be a tough shot coming up next. Good contact, good result. That's in the fairway. So, Frank, we know that the players petitioned back in the 80s to move the PGA Tour event away from PGA West. It's coming back in 2016. But what did Pete Dye say about golf courses being fair or unfair?
Well, he said it actually, he tried to say it with a chuckle, but he always said that golf's not a fair game. So why build a golf course that's fair?
Do you agree with that?
I do now. I think everything has to align itself together. When you look at the equipment that the players were using, wooden drivers and balls that spun around, they had trouble on windy days. And these golf courses, they really were brutal. But I think now that the ball goes further, the introduction of the metal-headed driver, the utility clubs, all of those things have made these golf courses really come back into favor again. Look at what Jason Day did in 2015 at the PGA Championship at Whistling Straits on a Pete Dye golf course. That's how you have to play the game now. We have to embrace change.
How difficult is this golf course at PGA West? Well, it was ranked 8th on this year's Golf Digest, America's 20 toughest golf courses. Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another.
+1 in the early going. Frank, we're not at the beach. We're in the California desert, but I'm staring at plenty of sand right here.
Yeah, looks can be deceiving here. This is where somehow you do have to focus on exactly where they put the flag, and that's on the green stuff. Green is 36 paces deep. If you can just focus on that and don't let Pete Dye's sort of weirdness with all that snaking bunkers left and right, then just try and approach it as a straightforward par 3. I know it's easy to say, hard to do. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like.
Oh, that's off the beaten track. That's got 5 minutes to find it.
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Boy, looked like Ben Crenshaw right there. That was smooth and easy, right in the heart. Hunter Mahan for par. Just trying to keep this round on track. Has that putt, stays at 1 over. Frank, what'd you say at the top? Die on the left, die on the right. Is this what you were talking about?
Exactly, yeah. The fifth hole here, it's called double trouble. So yeah, there's chances for grief on both sides of this fairway. But if you're long enough, if you can just sneak it past 335, that's where the water runs out. This is reachable.
So if you do sneak it out there, and that would be the longer hitters, you might have what into this green?
Well, you can get home hybrid, maybe even something shorter. But remember, it's called double trouble. Avoid that. Maybe double eagle.
And from the fairway for his second shot here. Well, this one is offline just a bit. Look out. That one is going to end up in the rough. Well, that ball nestled down just a bit in that heavy rough.
Second shot.
Uh-oh, this one's going left, Frank. Frank, in golf, as we know, there's short grass and there's long grass. We all want to be in that short grass, but it doesn't always work out that way. So what's the most important element from the shot, from the rough?
You have to be a little bit more conservative first and foremost, because you can't guarantee a perfect strike out of the long grass. So therefore you have to look around the greens, maybe short, to the right, to the left, and realize what's involved. And also just give yourself a slightly bigger target.
This is a 9-footer. Wow, that hurt.
It did. Shot gone forever.
These putts keep the round together. Back to par for the round. Settles in over the putt. Two under on the day. Well, the architect, Pete Dye, is known for visual intimidation. We see it at TPC Sawgrass at the Players every year. And you see it right here, Frank, at this 255-yard par 3/6 with water everywhere you look.
Yeah, you could make an argument here that it suits a little bit of a cut, like a Lee Trevino-style fade that starts at the left and moves its way to the green, but then that's also moving back towards the water. Conversely, if you try and fly it over that water on the right side with a little bit of a draw, then the green starts to run out on the left side. Have I made it sound hard? This one's going left, Rich.
Not knocking down the flagstick here, but looks as though it will find the green. Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Pretty good stroke right there. Just hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
One of the game's steadiest players, Hunter Mahan, has this for par. Still playing even for the day after the par. See if Bradley can roll this in. Clean this up with a tap. Frank, we hear the sports psychologists so often say, put the mistake behind you, live in the moment. Easier said than done.
It is, male, female. It doesn't, it certainly affects everybody that plays this game. And somehow you've got to, play, you've heard the old cliche, one shot at a time, but this is why it's so important. Because if anything from the past creeps in, it really does affect on what you do after that.
Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards.
Hazard?
Maybe wet. Good news is, was able to retrieve the golf ball.
Yeah, on dry land, and can he carry it this time, though?
Third shot now, after the last one found the deep blue.
You can still minimize the damage here. It's only one bad shot that you got punished for.
In the thick stuff.
Thick? It's brutal out there.
So short iron in hand now at the par 4 7th. Good opportunity to make a birdie. Trying to generate some momentum here at the 7th hole. This for birdie. This requires a lot of speed through the ball.
It's at sneaky distance.
I thought that was in.
Yeah, it looked good. I mean, line, pace. It's hard to be critical of that.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. That's a painful miss right there. He has this attempt for par. Nothing wrong with that par putt. You're running a little hot right now. Cool down just a little bit. Now the second par 5 on this opening 9 here at PGA West. Frank, what are we looking at?
The bunker down the right side gives you that optical illusion because it sort of has that curvy edge to it, plus it sort of moves its way to that right side, and then you notice there's a bunker on the left that sneaks in on the left side. So this isn't just sort of blaze away off the tee. It still requires a good straight tee shot. If you do err a little bit, then you've got to be very cognizant of the bunkers up on the left side as you get closer to the green.
That one is bunker bound, it looks like. Well, the tee shot has landed in the bunker. All right, Frank, second shot.
Yeah, it looks like a good lie. Just take maybe half a club more than the distance allows. Still got to check the wind. Don't have to fly the ball all the way to the flag from here.
Out of the sand and back on the fairway.
Yeah, good shot. Just really utilized that little bit between the ears. Realized he couldn't reach the green and instead opted for fairway.
That one is in the bunker.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
How'd you like that strike?
That was top of the tree.
Well, bunker play is really about technique and feel. The two greatest ever are probably Gary Player and Seve Ballesteros. Seve actually was so good, he was so skilled, that he could open up a 3-iron, that's right, a 3-iron, on a short bunker shot from a green side bunker and splash it to a couple of feet as if he had just used a 60-degree sandwich. Amazing. In red figures at 1 under par. Getting set now over the putt.
So with that, the score is now at even par. Frank, the ninth hole at 452 yards with that water down the right is really a test of a player's driving ability, isn't it?
It is, and his ability to sort of take the shot on. Ideally, just something with a little bit of a fade, unless you can carry the ball 300 yards, then you can get it just past that bunker. But when you look at this hole, notice how that fairway just starts to open up. So Pete Dye will reward an aggressive tee shot, but also he'll punish it if it's wayward.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. Just a bit offline and into the bunker.
Frank, the good players certainly aren't panicked when they're in a fairway bunker, are they?
Just make sure your feet stay nice and firm in the sand there. There's a tendency to move your feet around a little bit.
Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Let's see what Hunter Mahan can do with this approach. Here we go. Bradley now for birdie. Well, that's how you keep a round going, make putts just like that. He's putting for birdie now. Has it. That's birdie.
Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. And we are back at PGA West, getting set to continue the action on the back nine. Beautiful hole here. Rock border that lines the water here at number 10. It's 416 yards.
He moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
Frank, so many different lies in golf. This is one you don't see too much. The golf ball is on the mulch.
Yeah, and it never really sits up, so this is one of those ones you've got to be much more conservative than you'd like to be. Play for the fat of the green.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par. There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it.
Rich, too much grass between ball and club face.
Paid a price with the tee ball landing in the rough. Frank, there's nothing like catching a bunker shot just perfectly. Splashes out, lands softly, and just runs up to that hole.
Yeah, it's like 3D. There's the component in the strike where it's going to land, and then the third part of it is how much will it roll.
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle. Really. This is that awkward length.
Wow, what a putt. That is huge. That takes him to 1 under on the day.
Frank, how about this hole, the par 5 11? Long one.
Oh, it is. And, you know, anything over 600 yards, only the longest it is the Bubba Watsons, the Dustin Johnsons of the world. The other ones that can get home on a hole like this. For the other ones, even those bunkers down the left side are sort of in play. You at least have to give them a cursory look off the tee. Nothing wrong with a hole a par 5 that you can't reach. You can still play it as a 3-shotter. And in some respects, you get rewarded for laying up here because that water that comes in on the left-hand side, that's not going to be in play. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like.
Rich, there's rough and rough. That ball is needle-nosed down.
Can't even see it from here. Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster. Instead, actually a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par. Good recovery shot. Couldn't make the green, but at least he's back in play.
Played the smart shot right there. Third shot, Keegan Bradley.
Hazard.
Maybe wet. Well, Frank, you hate to miss the green on a par 5 with your third shot.
Yeah, well, they say par 5s are the easiest holes to birdie, but the hardest holes to make 4. Making a 6, though, that certainly sets yourself backwards. So tough up and down.
So the golf ball ends up in that first cut. It's a little bit less than 2 inches. You can see the golf ball. Should be able to get at it, but may not be able to control the spin. We'll see.
Remember, out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
And he's made the green. Frank, just into that first cut.
Yeah, it's sitting up. Really, this isn't too bad a situation.
See if Mahan can make his par.
That was cruel. That looked like it was certainly going in.
Frank, amazing how this hole has gotten away.
Yeah, he's not Robinson Crusoe. Happened to everybody that's played this game.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. In for a bogey. Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. -1 for the day.
To the par 4 12th here at PGA West, short at 363 yards. They'll be pretty happy with that 290-yard poke off the tee.
Well, where this ball's going, there's no fairway there, only rough.
Good-looking shot right here. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Second shot now for Keegan Bradley. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Makes the putt and moving in the right direction. 2 under par. Just 5 feet left. Good putt.
Now at the par 3 13th, and Frank, in some ways, this is vintage Pete Dye, isn't it?
It is. His use of wooden bulkheads, plus the fact that he gives you that diminishing line. The further you go back into this green, you realize it's a larger carry. It just sort of reeks of something that's hit to the front mid-right of this green.
Superb shot.
Well, that's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one. Common thread here, rough, rough, rough.
Long way again. He's going to have to find something, Frank, other than the rough.
Yeah, there's hitting it right and there's hitting it left, but when you've got to go out of both barrels, the game becomes hard.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. That's 1 under on the day. See if Bradley can roll this in.
There's a birdie to get to 3 under. Now another short par 4. It's only 389 yards. But Frank, where could a player go off course, so to speak, at this 14th?
Well, this is a hole where you have to play your own game. If you're a longer hitter, I think you can challenge that bunker and knock it over there. And if you're shorter player, you should be only looking at that left side. You're always going to feel like you've left something out there on a hole like this. You always think you could have done the other option. But this is where you've got to stick to what you think is your game plan. Nice little bounce forward. Should be close to 300, 290.
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way.
Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
Well, it looks like it's going to be in the rough.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here. Should be safely on deck.
That's how you play the game, right there.
Stick it in close and then knock in the birdie. He'll need to be strong with this. See if Hunter Mahan can make a birdie. Bottom of the barrel, and now to 2 under. Just a little tap in here. Did the job right there. Par 4 15th, measuring in at 468 yards. Beautiful looking shot right here.
After that good tee shot, Rich, it's time to take full advantage of it.
And this is one where he can really go after the whole location and maybe think about making birdie. Offline, and I think that one's headed for the rough. Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point, you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle.
Challenging shot now from 180 yards. Headed for the bunker. Just a bit offline and into the bunker. Frank, what are you thinking on this second shot here at 15?
Well, if mentally you could take out all that bunker complex on the left, this second shot would look extremely straightforward. And that's really the way you've got to play it. You've got to act like those bunkers aren't there on that left side. And therefore you can go straight at this flag.
Great knees, great hands in this shot.
Yeah, touch. You have to have that feel. You have something between the ball and the club face, so it's a different feel, but you also have to have imagination.
Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
Ends up in the first cut, and he'll have a pretty good look at the whole location from here. Settles in over the putt. -3 now for the round. Trying to get out of here with just one dropped shot. This is for bogey. And he makes it for a bogey here. Frank, this could be an exciting and pivotal point in the round, the par 5 16th.
Especially if the player decides to have a go here. If you're going to take it on a direct line, then you've got to carry all of that bunker complex. But then the other thing to realize, what's the worst thing that can happen? Just in the bunker, right? It's worth a go. Either that, hit it down the right side. There's no way you're going to reach this par 5 and 2.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. Uh-oh, this one's going left, Frank.
Oh, that's off the beaten track. You've got 5 minutes to find it. Second shot. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like.
Second shot coming out of the rough here.
Good recovery shot. Couldn't make the green, but at least he's back in play.
Played the smart shot right there. Third shot, Keegan Bradley.
In the direction of the sand.
Looks like it. Well, Frank, you hate to miss the green on a par 5 with your third shot.
Yeah, well, they say par 5s are the easiest holes to birdie, but the hardest holes to make 4. Making a 6, though, well, that certainly sets yourself backwards. So tough up and down.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say. Great shot out of the rough. He avoided all the troubles just to get that on the green.
That was not an easy shot. He'll settle. Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means.
The lie pretty much dictated the result. Thick rough. Tough to get that all the way to the green.
Trying to muscle it out of there, but you had to be Schwarzenegger to get that one done. There's a birdie try now for Hunter Mahan. How about that? 4 under par. And getting ready for the putt. Now at 1 under for the round.
Now to the signature par 3. It only plays 168 yards from the tips, but the tee sits up high and the wind can blow. A lot can happen here. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try.
Oh, nice strike, Rich. Not quite directly in line with the flag.
Just drifting a bit to the right, but he'll settle.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance. Oh, how did that miss?
Are you kidding me? I mean, that one was dead center. Frank, he'll have to take a full swing at this putt for birdie.
This is long, but every now and again, one of these finds the bottom of the cup and makes that magic sound.
That was not a very good read right there. See if Bradley can roll this in.
Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
And he makes it for par. Drops it, and he's at even par. Well, here we are at 18. It's a par 4, only 439 yards, but again, we've said it all day long, water to deal with.
It's a great driving hole here, Rich. You don't necessarily have to hit driver. There's 3 groups of bunkers that are really in play off the tee shot. It's the one in the middle. It's around 290 yards. That's the one you really have to focus on. For stronger players, there's nothing wrong with hitting 3 wood off the tee there. You're still only going to have a shot of 150, 160 yards. Whichever way you look at it, it's something that you think you can find the fairway with.
Well,
Oh, look out. This could be wet, Frank.
It's heading towards the hazard.
So, dropped a shot after ending up in the water on that recent miscue. Now on to his third shot after the last one went into the water. That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there. Should be safely on deck.
Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity.
And here it is, the final approach shot of the day. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Well, that's how you keep a round going. Make putts just like that.
Even par currently.
Not his best, but not bad. 73 for the day. Well, that about wraps things up for us here today. I'd like to thank my partner, Frank Nobilo. Enjoyed it, Frank.
Certainly did, Rich. Once again, the golf course provided more than a stern test.
And for the entire team, I'm Rich Lerner. Until next time.